Good morning, dear students. Welcome to this science class. Today, we continue our discussion on Chapter 5, the fundamental unit of life, cell. Today, you will learn about the cell wall. Plant cells, in addition to the plasma membrane, have another rigid outer covering called the cell wall. The cell wall lies outside the plasma membrane. Just see this diagram. This is called the cell wall, and this is the plasma membrane. So plant cell, in addition to plasma membrane, have another rigid outer covering called the cell wall. Cell wall lies outside the plasma membrane. The plant cell wall is mainly composed of cellulose, and cellulose is a complex substance and provides structural strength to the plants. When a living plant cell loses water through osmosis, there is shrinkage or contraction of the contents of the cell away from the cell wall. This phenomenon is known as plasmolysis. You can see here the shrinkage of cell. So when a living plant cell loses water through osmosis, there is a shrinkage or contraction of the contents of the cell away from the cell wall, and this phenomenon is known as plasmolysis. This is a normal cell and this is a plasmolyzed cell. Cell wall. Only living cells and not dead cells are able to absorb water by osmosis. Cell walls permit the cells of plants, fungi, and bacteria to withstand very dilute or hypotonic external media without bursting. In such a media, the cells tend to take a water by osmosis. The cell swells, building a pressure against the cell wall. The wall exerts an equal pressure against the swollen cell. Because of their walls, such cells can withstand much greater change in the surrounding medium than animal cells. This is the importance of cell wall. Now the nucleus. The nucleus has a double layered covering called nuclear membrane. You can see the nuclear membrane. The nuclear membrane has pores which allow the transfer of materials from inside the nucleus to its outside, that is to the cytoplasm. The nucleus is situated at the center of the cell. The nucleus contains chromosomes which are visible as rod-shaped structures only when the cell is about to divide. Chromosomes contain information for inheritance of features from parents to next generation in the form of DNA. The full form of DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. You can see structure of nucleus. The outer membrane, inner membrane is called nucleoplasm, nucleolus, chromatin material, nuclear envelope, and pores in the nuclear envelope. Let us see about chromosomes. The chromosomes are composed of DNA and protein, and DNA molecules contain the information necessary for constructing and organizing cells. The functional segments of DNA are called genes. You can see here cell, the nucleus, chromosomes. Chromosomes are composed of DNA and protein. The functional segments of DNA are called genes. In a cell which is not dividing, this DNA is present as part of chromatin material. Chromatin material is visible as entangled mass of thread-like structures. Whenever the cell is about to divide, the chromatin material gets organized into chromosomes. The nucleus plays a central role in cellular reproduction, the process by which a single cell divides and forms two new cells. So nucleus plays a central role in cellular reproduction, the process by which a single cell divides and forms two new cells. It plays a crucial part along with the environment in determining the way the cell will develop and what form it will exhibit at maturity by directing the chemical activities of the cell. So nucleus plays an important role in the cell. In some organisms like bacteria, the nuclear region of the cell may be poorly defined due to the absence of nuclear membrane. Here you can see in this diagram. Such an undefined nuclear region containing only nucleic acid is called nucleoid. This is nucleoid. Such organisms whose cells lack a nuclear membrane are called prokaryotes. Pro means primitive or primary, karyote means nucleus. Organisms with the cells having a nuclear membrane are called eukaryotes. So the organisms whose cells like a nuclear membrane are called prokaryotes, whereas organisms with the cells having a nuclear membrane are called eukaryotes. Prokaryotic cells also like most of the other cytoplasmic organelles present in eukaryotic cells. Many of the functions of such organelles are also performed by poorly organized parts of the cytoplasm. The chlorophyll in photosynthetic prokaryotic bacteria is associated with membranous vesicles. Bag-like structures are present there, but not with the plastids as in eukaryotic cells. That is the difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Here you can see all the cell organelles are present in eukaryotic cell, whereas it is absent in prokaryotic cell. Cell organelles are present in eukaryotic cell. Cell organelles are absent in prokaryotic cell. The nuclear membrane is absent, only nucleoid is present in prokaryotic cell. Here you can see a well-defined nucleus and nuclear membrane. Cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is the fluid content inside the plasma membrane. Here you can see. It also contains many specialized cell organelles. These are cell organelles. You can see the endoplasmic reticulum, ribosome, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, chloroplast. All these are cell organelles. Each of these cell organelles perform a specific function of the cell. Cell organelles are enclosed by membranes. In prokaryotes, besides the absence of a defined nuclear region, the membrane-bound cell organelles are also absent. This you have seen. On the other hand, eukaryotic cells have nuclear membrane as well as membrane enclosed organelles. You can see structure of plant cell and animal cell. The basic difference we'll see now. In plant cells, cell wall is present, whereas in animal cell wall is absent. Shape of the cell, plant cell, distinct edges, shape is either rectangular or square shaped, whereas animal cell, round and irregular in shape. Nucleus is present but lies on one side of the cell, whereas in animal cell, nucleus is present on the center of the cell. Lysosomes are rarely present in plant cells, but lysosomes are always present in animal cell. Plastids are present in plant cell, whereas plastids are absent in animal cells. The structure of vacuoles, single or few large vacuoles are present, and that is centrally located in plant cells, whereas presence of numerous and small vacuoles in animal cells. You can see the structure here: cell wall, a large vacuole, chloroplast is called plastids. Here you can see there is no cell wall, no chloroplast, very small vacuoles are present. Dear students, this is all for today's class. In the next class, you will learn about cell organelles in detail. Till then, bye. Take care. Thank you.